Lone Ranger on two wheels? Harassed by the police? Can't be. Stick around for my story.
I'm from New Jersey. I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, this isn't what you expected, but I have a story to tell. All the years riding my motorcycle and my car, now mind you, my cars, most of them have pushed over 100,000 miles, so I do a lot of driving, I do a lot of riding. And you know what? In the entire time that I've been doing that, maybe I've gotten stopped by police a dozen times, and that's probably pushing it. And all but one of them was actually it was my fault. The whole incidents, all these incidents, they took 5 to 10 minutes. On a couple of the incidents that I stopped, I told my story. The officer said, no problem, just be careful. What's my point? My point is all these people getting stopped by the police, putting them on YouTube, and claiming police harassment. If you looked at these videos, the harassment is from them. They get these GoPros, they get their video cameras, and they go out looking for trouble. Police officer pulls you over, he stops you, asks you for your license or registration. Yeah, you can give him a hard time, but is it worth it? You wind up sitting there, all these videos, they're like a half an hour long because the person was an asshole. Okay, now in my entire life, and I'm telling you, I've driven a lot of miles. First of all, how many times do you really get stopped in your life? And the times you do get stopped, you're going to give the cop a hard time? I mean, all right, I'll be the first to admit, all cops aren't saints. Well, people aren't saints. But the fact of the matter is, you should give him the benefit of the doubt, unless he does something way off base. You show him your license and registration, you go through the process, you're out of there in 5 minutes. You give him a hard time, things escalate. Number one, if he wasn't going to give you a ticket, he's probably going to give you one now. Number two, who knows? You may wind up in jail, and I've seen a couple instances where the person wound up spending the night in jail mainly because he was an asshole. All he had to do was be polite to the police officer, do what he asked, which 99.9% of the times was not unreasonable, and usually it's your license and registration. People, they're there to protect you. They protect you on the road. Why are you giving them a hard time? The bottom line, owning a video camera does not give you a license to be an asshole. Use your head and do the right thing. You want to give people a hard time, you want to give the police a hard time, and don't blame them when you're sitting on the side of the road for half an hour, 45 minutes because he wants to check more information on you because he probably thinks something's up. If you get pulled over by a police officer, the best thing for you to do is, number one, immediately take out your license and registration and keep your hands in view. Remember, this police officer does not know who he's walking up to. Keep your hands in view. He'll feel more relaxed, and you'll probably see the reaction by the way he treats you. You want to be treated with respect? Show some respect. It's that simple. Again, don't be an asshole. My favorite remark is when the guy taking the video tells whoever it is, and this doesn't only apply to when they get stopped by the police, this applies to somebody cutting them off in traffic. You're on video, you're going to be on YouTube. Who gives a rat's ass, really? The chances of somebody seeing that guy's video and then seeing them again is pretty remote. So again, you know what? Again, that camera, it's a camera. It's a good way to record your rides and to actually, if you want to use it in case you get in an accident, fine. And I'm going to stress again, in my entire life, having a camera on my dashboard would have, you know how many times that would have helped me? 0. 0 times it would have helped me. And I've been in a couple accidents, and it didn't matter. Everything worked out. You want to carry a camera? That's fine. That's not a problem. You want to carry a camera for your safety, for in case you get act? That's fine. Again, it's not a weapon. Don't abuse it, and don't think that it's some sort of tool that gives you more power, because it doesn't. That's all for now. All I can say is, as usual, and this applies to when you're dealing with the police, ride careful, ride smart.
Red lights flashing around me. Hell, love, it looks like they found me. Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there. Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there.
Okay, that's my 2 cents on police harassment, or lack thereof. You want to see more of the Lone Ranger on 2 wheels? Want to take some rides to the New Jersey Vietnam Veterans Memorial, Sandy Hook, Schwartzwood State Park, Sunrise Mountain, or want to see a review of the SJ400? Click on one of the Click to Go links on this page. Okay, that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great week, and remember, ride careful, ride smart.